We have to come up with the polar equation for this. Let's see, it looks like it's starting out here 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting out at 4, and then it goes to 0, and then it goes negative as I'm going around. It looks like it's going into a negative radius and then coming back out to a positive radius and back to 0. But it does one cycle. It looks like it goes from positive to negative to positive by something like 80 degrees or something like that, 80, 90 degrees. So, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals, and 360 divided by 5 is 72. So maybe that's 72 degrees out there that it does a complete cycle. So I'm in polar mode, clear, and it looks like I'm not working off a circle. It's going from a positive 4, so I'm going to go 4. It looks like it's starting out all the way, so I'm going to cosine, and I'm going to guess 5 theta. And zoom decimal, and let's see what happens here. Let's go to the window, and I'm doing degrees, so I want to go from, mode is in degrees. Yes, I can quit, so I want this to go from 0 to, let's say 360. Graph. 4 cosine 5 theta. And theta goes from 0 to 360. Why is this not graphing? Oh, there it is. Oh, the steps are real small. I didn't catch that. Window on window. It's going by 0.01 degrees. Let's go by like 5 degrees. Steps. Now it should graph. There we go. That looks like it is. So the equation was 4 cosine 5 theta. Okay. Now this one looks like it's the farthest out it gets is maybe about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and it comes into 1, and so it must be based on a circle of about 2. And starting on the circle, then adding some, and then getting inside, subtracting some, and then adding some. So that sounds, starting on the center line is a sine. And I want to go out and back on, and then in, back on by 180. So it looks like we must have 180 as the period, so, or pi, so I'd have to put 2 theta here, and the circle is a radius 2, so I got to put 2 plus, and it looks like it's going 1 above and 1 below, so 1 sine theta. So I'm guessing that's what this one's going to look like. So we're going to go 2 plus sine theta, close parenthesis, and 2 sine theta. Ooh, didn't put in the 2 right here. And there we go. Okay. Now this one looks like it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when it goes inside like this is like -1. So if I had a radius of 2 and added 3, and subtract 3, I'd get minuses. So I'm thinking this is based on a radius of 2 again, and an amplitude of 3, and it looks like it starts at -1 from the deal. It starts at -1. So that would be -3. 2 minus 3 would be -1. Cosine, I want to start at the top of it. And it looks like it just does one cycle around. So I'm just thinking it's probably theta. Let's see if that's right. 2 minus cosine, just, 3. I need the 3 theta in there. Second, insert 3. And that's pretty much what it looks like. All right, now some vector problems. A displacement of 30 centimeters at 50 degrees in I and J. So 30 is the magnitude, and the angle at 30 centimeters at 50 degrees. So to do this, I just take 30 cosine of 50. And I get the I is 19.28 I plus, and in the J direction we have 30 sine of 50. And that's 22.98 in the J direction. Given the vector, determine its norm. That's its length, so that's going to be the square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared, negative 4 squared. And that's going to be 5. And determine a unit vector. Well, this vector is 5 units long, so to make it a unit vector, I have to divide everything by 5, and so it'd be 3/5 I minus 4/5 J. That reduces it down to size 1. Now its length is 1. Okay, this one we got 2 tugboats pulling on a barge, 20,000 newtons at that angle, 10 degrees west of north, so north straight up 10 degrees west, and the other one at 12 east of north, west of north, that's 10, and 12 degrees east of north. This one's, the west one is 20,000 newtons. The west is 15,000 newtons. What's the resultant? So I would do 20,000 at, let's see, that would be 100 degrees, and 15,000 at 90, 80, 78 degrees. And I would do the little table that I do, getting the I direction and the J direction, by doing 20,000 cosine 100, and that's negative, so it's going that direction, 3472. Let's put this on this side. And then I need to do the sine of that. And I get 19,696. And then I got to do it with 15,000 cosine 78 and 3119. This should have been 3 rounded off. And then with a ah, 15,000 sine of 78. I hit the button wrong, got in the wrong place there. 14,672. Add these up, I get 8, 16, 13, 14, 3. These are in opposite directions, minus and plus, so I got to subtract. This one's bigger, so that's 4. 1 from 6 is 5. 1 from 4 is 3, and 0. And that's negative. So the actual pull will be the magnitude of this, 354 squared plus 34368 squared square root is the length is 34369 and the direction would be the inverse tangent of 34368 divided by 354 with a negative in here. And that's that. But since the x is a negative, I got to go plus 180. And I get at 90.59 degrees, which is just slightly 0.59 degrees east of north, or west of north. Okay, let's do the final one. Draw u minus v. This is supposed to be u, this is v, so u would have to be in that direction, that size. So here's u. So starting here, and then minus v, so that would be not in that direction, that's positive v. Oops, sorry, you can't see it. So I got to go minus v, so that would be about that long. And so here's the resultant. This one is this. Picture of u minus v and the resultant. Okay, now it says to do 2 v's. So that's going to take me that way a ways. So I'm going to go, and u's are going to take me up, and I got to do 3 of those. So I'm going to start down low here and go a v, another v, and then I'm going to do 3 u's. That's 1, 2, 3. So there is the answer for that.